Hello and welcome. Now in this video we are going to create more advanced Android with Kotlin application that will give you as well guys understand of the Android development. Okay, so from this video we are gonna work with more than one activity or more than one screen inside our application. Okay, so what we will have the ability to navigate from one activity to another or from one screen to another, and also pass some data between two activities. So with that in place, let's get started. So first of all guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to create a new activity. So first of all, here we have our folder app. Here I have it in the left. Okay, so we can expand it and go all the way to the Java folder and also expand it. Okay, and go inside your first folder here inside the Java folder and right click on it. Okay, and this one will show for you, which is says go new, then choose. Here we have activity. Okay, and from the activity choose the empty activity because we want to start from scratch. So I'm gonna click on the empty activity. I'm gonna name it any name. For example, choose descriptive name, for example home underscore activity. Okay, I'm just gonna call it like this. Make sure that you generate a layout, leave everything else. Okay, but just make sure that here in source language choose Kotlin, okay, not Java, and hit finish. And of course Android Studio will take a second to create this activity for you. It will add any missed or lost files that it's needed, and it does not take too much time. But if it's the first time for you to create an activity with Android Studio, probably you should wait for a minute. Okay, now Android Studio finished creating this activity for us. And if you notice guys, here on the top, when you created this activity, Android Studio created two files for you. The first one is this the XML file, which will hold the design, and you have this home underscore activity.kt, which is .kotlin. And if you remember the diagram lesson where I said the activity comes from two files, the first one is the XML file and the second one is the Kotlin file, and here's the proof. So as you can see guys, we can close this design and this activity Kotlin, okay, the home activity, because you do not need it for now. I'm gonna go ahead in this video and design the first and the second activity. Okay, so what we can do, first of all, we can drag an image view, okay, inside our relative layout and assign any background image that we have inside our file. Let's see what we can choose from here. I think I am happy with this. I'm gonna choose it. And of course we are going to change some of the properties that related to our image view. For example, the height, the width, so on and so forth. Also the scale type to be center cropped to fill out all the screen. Okay, and also what we can do, first of all, we can add a title to our application right here. I'm going to center it, okay, horizontally. This is the properties that we talked a lot in the previous videos about the design section. Okay, from the top I'm going to make it like 60 dB. Okay, and also I'm going to increase the size a little bit. Okay, the size or the text size. Okay, and also I'm going to change the text itself to be something that we can understand. Okay, so I'm going to add a new resource. Let's name it, for example, title. Okay, I'm going to add the value to it to be Android Word. Okay, the title is already exists, so I'm gonna name it something else. Title up, let's see, yeah, we have it right here. So I'm gonna also change the text style to be bold. Okay, and maybe the color, I am not happy with this color, so I'm gonna make it white, maybe better. Yeah, white, we have it. Now also what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add an edit text or two edit text in this case. Okay, we have this edit text. Okay, I'm gonna also drag another one just to style them together. Okay, so I'm gonna select the first one and search for the property center. Once again, I'm gonna center it horizontally and vertically as well. Okay, And what I'm gonna do also, I'm gonna change the text size, the text, okay, all these are the properties that related to the text in general. Okay, I'm gonna make it maybe 18. I'm gonna remove this text, okay, the default text that come with Android Studio. Maybe add the text color to be white also, and the text hint also, we need to add hint inside of it. Let's add, for example, enter your name. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the color hint to be white, okay, because it's the hint is different from the text. Okay, and maybe changing the background will be great choice because we cannot see it very clearly in this case. Okay, the background color should be, let's choose, for example, black maybe, and assign some padding to it. Okay, padding from all sides to be 15 dB. Okay, we have right here. Now the second thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add another, which is this text view. We have it already added. I'm gonna make it below this edit text, and the easiest way to do this is, first of all, we need to assign an IDs. Okay, so the first one, I'm gonna call it user underscore name. Okay, and the second one will be the user description, for example, the user underscore desk. Okay, selecting your username edit text, I'm gonna make it below, okay, for the user description, or no, we need to make the user description below the username. Okay, so selecting your user description and search it for the below property. Once again, we'll make it below the username, and we have it already right here. So I'm gonna make the margin from the top to be 20 dB. Okay, and also dB, not do, sorry, dB, and also center it in horizontal. Okay, and changing the background also will be a great option. So I'm gonna add the background also to be black, and the color and the hint will also, we need to change them. So I'm gonna search for the hint property, make it, for example, enter your description. Okay, and also I'm gonna change the text color hint to be white, and the text color also, not the hint but the text color itself, okay, to be white, and the size should be 18. Okay, and we forgot to assign some padding to it. Okay, so from all the sides to be 15 dB. Now everything is set up. We need to do last thing, which is our button. So I'm gonna go inside my command, and I'm gonna here add button. Okay, and we need to, well, I'm gonna show you guys, I will make it below this. Okay, not in the bottom of the screen, but I'm gonna make it below this interior description text field. So I'm gonna type for the property below. Okay, and we should see the user description, we have it. Okay, and with some margin from the top will be very nice. So I'm gonna make it about 16. And now guys, what I'd like to show you, I'd like to show to present you another unit measure, okay, which is the BT. Okay, so I'm gonna type, for example, 30 BT. Okay, not dB but BT. Now BT is just another unit measure, and it's actually more flexible, and it will be using for most of the cases with the responsive design. Okay, so the BT, so as you can see, we have the BT. It's nothing different, but it's actually more flexible, and I'd like to use it more than the dB. And I'm gonna search also for the center horizontally, check it, and we have everything set up. So I'm gonna type go. Okay, so just leave it as go, and increasing the size and will be good option. Okay, I'm gonna make the background, if we have it, let's change the background also. Here we have it. I'm gonna choose maybe light gray. Okay, it's really depend on you with the design that you prefer. Make the width. Okay, so all these steps we did a lot, guys, so I do not need to waste your time. So as you can see, guys, we have everything set up. We have designed the first layout, okay, where the user can enter values, and once he go to click on this go button, we are gonna go inside the second activity. Here we have it. We are gonna go inside this activity and show the data that he entered. So our job here to design the this layout. Okay, so going to our text tab, changing this to be relative layout. Okay, it's optional step that you can leave it as a constraint, but I'm prefer to use this one. So I'm gonna change the background color or the background in general to be an image, because images is more beautiful than colors. Okay, it's my opinion. Okay, do not take it as a real. So we have it right here, but as you can see, guys, it's not look clear. The image does not look very nice. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove the background color or the background. I'm gonna add an image view and assign the image on it. Okay, this will be much nicer than what we have right now. So changing the scale type. Okay, the scale type to be center crop. Okay, we have it right here. I am much happy with this. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the text views, 2 text views. Okay, I'm gonna add 2 text views. What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna select both of these. Okay, of the text views that we have it, and let's go ahead and search for the properties that we need to change. In this case, you are going to change the properties that related to 2 text views. Okay, so it's easier and it will save your time. The text size should be 40 sp, the text color will be white. Okay, and I'm gonna make, for example, the width and height, let's make them much parent. The width, okay, not the height. And we can also assign some margin from the top, okay, to be 30 dB. And also we need to, what we need to do, we need some padding from all sides to be, let's say, 15 dB. Okay, and the background also we need to change it. So just we can see the text through it. Okay, so make the background, for example, any color that you like. F3 maybe. Okay, it's white. Now we don't want it as a white. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this. Let's see what we can choose from the color picker. Okay, how about these colors? Okay, I'm gonna, okay, let's see. Yeah, I am happy with this. Now, guys, as you can see, the text views, the one set on another. So let's assign an IDs to both of these. Okay, so first one should be the username text view, user underscore name underscore text view. Okay, this is really good ID, and if you guys just make sure that you use or you choose an IDs, great IDs, because it's better for the best practices and you will be in a great place. Okay, user underscore name underscore text view. Okay, this is our ID. And the second one will be the user description text view, user desk, okay, text view. Okay, and one step we need to do, which actually make the text view description below the text view username. Okay, and we have it right here. And what I'm gonna do, guys, also I think I'm gonna center them in the horizontal, in the parent of our screen, because I do not just like the steps that it's now the style. Okay, so I'm gonna search for once again for the center. I'm gonna center vertically. Okay, we have it right here. But if we remove the margin here from the top, okay, it will give us some space. Okay, now what I want to do, guys, we need to add another button, okay, to go to third activity, because we just want to practice that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add another button here, okay, to be all the way to the bottom. I'm gonna search for the property align parent bottom. Oops, align parent bottom should be checked, and let's make the width to be match parent, and we should add the text here to be, for example, something like start third for the third activity, and I'm gonna change the background color to it. Okay, let's choose from the colors, or just let's choose the style that we have. Okay, and I'm gonna increase the size of our text and change the color as well. So with that in place, let's search for the text color. We have it right here. So as you can see guys, I think everything is set up. I know the design is look ugly, and but we do not care too much about the design, because you have a separate section of the design. You should already be watched, and you should get familiar with the design that you prefer. Now as you can see guys, we need to do last thing, which is creating the third activity that we are gonna go to it once the user click on this button. So I'm gonna go inside this folder, right click, new activity, and choose the empty activity. I'm gonna name it, for example, the third underscore activity. Okay, I'm gonna hit OK with everything, and Android Studio will take a second while we talking about the previous step. So as you can see guys, the first activity, it's just the user will has the ability to enter the text and enter his name and also his description, and he will click on this go button. Okay, and once he click on this go button, we are gonna go on this activity and show the stuff that he is entered. Okay, and what we are gonna do, he will has the ability to click on this button and he should go to this activity. That's already done. What we are gonna do with this activity is just nothing, just we are gonna do two things. So I'm gonna click on this. This is an error that's come with the Android Studio, so do not worry, it's just telling me a warning, so I'm gonna ignore it. So as you can see, the third activity will be just show a button to go back. Okay, nothing more. So I'm gonna select my control layout. I'm gonna maybe changing the background if we can. I'm gonna make it, for example, red. Okay, and I'm gonna add just one button here in the middle maybe. Okay, I'm gonna make our button, for example, to be go back, nothing more. Okay, and maybe changing a little bit the width will be great option. Okay, so I'm gonna make the width of it to be 3000, and we can also center it in the screen by dragging these dots. Okay, all the way to the sides, and we need to assign an ID to these. Okay, to this button. So I'm gonna make it go underscore back. Okay, so as you can see guys, a quick recap about what we have. The first activity is just contain an image view, a text view for the title, which was we are not gonna get any benefit from it. We are gonna get a benefit from our fields right here and our button, which just make sure you assign an IDs. Okay, to all of these, and we forgot the button. It should be just go. Okay, an ID for our button. We have the second activity that will show our information from the previous activity, and also one button where it says, let's make it, for example, go underscore third. Okay, and we have the last activity, which will show nothing except a button that we are gonna go back from it. So guys, that was our design video for our application. Okay, we are just designing the layouts that we need, and we have also learned how to create a new activity inside your Android Studio application. So thank you guys so much for watching. We are gonna add the functionality in the next video. Thank you so much, and we are gonna see you next.